All right, hey guys, we are going to talk a little bit about our animal unit for second grade. Now, the animal unit covers all kinds of things. I'm going to show you a couple of things and talk about some things that you could also add to your lessons. The first one I want to talk about is habitats. So, those of you that are getting the kit are going to get a bucket of Tinker Toys, wooden blocks, and these little blocks called Emoto blocks. And they kind of look like this, but they attach, they clip together. So we have already talked about all the habitats. This activity, I try to split my groups into 3 or 4 kids, and I give them materials. I give them construction paper. They can use scissors, glue, crayons, markers, whatever they want. They get blocks, and you can mix these. You can just give them one set. You may have other things in your room you may want to use, pattern blocks. So each group is assigned a habitat, and I give them about 10 minutes to create it, and using our non-fiction text features, I have them label it. So here is a rainforest already done. The animals have been created. I would normally have them label the animals. They would have to label like the sunshine and the trees, just so these are kind of abstract, so the other students would know what they were. And over here we have the ocean that Ellie's group created.
Yes.
And she used these cool blocks. Ellie, can you tell us? I see an octopus and a whale.
Yes.
What else do you have?
I made the waves blue.
Nice.
And then the green is the seaweed. We added some coral.
Oh, cool.
And this is, you have to use your imagination.
Yes.
That would be a starfish.
Starfish.
And then definitely you'd use your imagination. That would be Nemo.
Aww. I love it.
So, yeah.
So do you see how the labels would help in this? But the kids like this because they get to work together and they get to get their hands on things and create. So this is a really fun activity, and once I've given them their time, then we go as a class around to each habitat, and they have to explain their habitat and talk about what's in there and what kind of animals and all that. So that is one of the activities we use. So for animals, you're going to get Who Will Plant a Tree? And this is great because it talks about how animals and plants depend on each other. So this goes great with the first grade standard and the second grade standard because animals and plants need each other to move seeds back and forth. And this one also would really go great with first grade standard. It's called Flip, Fly, Float. And both of these books have a special lesson in here that I'm going to talk a little bit about. But this is more about on seed dispersal. One of the favorite activities that my second graders do is you're going to get a set of men's white socks. Now, if you don't have these, you can ask your second graders, hey, bring one of Dad's white socks tomorrow. So you'll have their socks and tell them they're not going to get them back because we're going to use them in class. But on the day of this experiment, you're going to give each student one white sock. Now, it needs to be white because we need to see things on it. And you're going to have them put it over their shoe. Way over their shoe. That's why it needs to be a men's sock because it needs to be larger. So let's pretend this is my foot. And this is to show the students how seeds are dispersed. So we're going to go outside, we're going to take a walk, and this is a great photo op because they all look so funny with their white sock on one shoe. And you walk around the yard, you walk around the playground, anywhere you see that you think might be some seeds that have dropped. So when they come back in, I usually have them try to take it carefully off as we walk back in the school building. And then when we get in the classroom, they're going to take it and lay it on their desk. And they're going to get, and you'll get these too, a copy of these different seeds. And they're going to take the little magnifying glass and see what kind of seeds they find. Now, a lot of times we find maple seeds, the little helicopter ones. A lot of dandelion seeds they'll find. Some of them will find an ant. But it's really cool to see how you, even as a child, can move the seeds around and plant seeds everywhere. So that's really fun. One of my favorite parts about the animal unit is the bird feeder. So you're going to get this really great poster of all the birds. And I didn't get it out. And a bird feeder that you're going to put on your window and a bag of bird seed. Now, I put my bird feeder on my window, and every year I have the sweetest cardinal that comes, and all my kids get so excited. Yeah, and I put my bird poster by the window so they can kind of look at them. They love to do that. So that's a great thing. Here's a really cool book about birds with their beaks. You can do a beak activity.
I was gonna say, I remember that one.
And you can talk about their adaptations with the seeds and the different way the birds eat. So here is the awesome bird poster.
Ooh, it's laminated.
Yes, it's laminated. It's a really great poster, but they love to look at it and see the birds that land in your window. Which ones are on this poster? So they love that poster.
That's neat.
And let's see. You're also going to get these cardstock bird cards, and it shows you the actual picture of the bird names, and you can talk about their beaks and their adaptations they need for all the food, different kinds of food. So, I did want to mention, Mystery Doug is a great website that you're all going to get access to. It's a paid subscription that Rubber Mountain's giving you, and there are tons of videos with all kinds that Science Plus is giving you, and there are tons of lessons on there that you can use, especially even for e-learning.
And it's for a whole year.
It's for a whole year. Yeah, it's got tons of stuff on there.
Yeah.
I did also want to give a plug to Clemson for Life Cycles. They have a chick program. Then they will actually come set up the eggs and the brood and all that in your classroom. And you can watch the eggs hatch in your classroom. So that's a great thing that you need to look into too. And I think that is it. That's all I have to say about animals. So animals are lots of fun. Y'all have fun with that.